happy Arepa.
Oh, cheers.
A little gift from me to you.
I think it's bad to cheers and then not drink, so
I'll
take
my lid
that
off.
back. Take the lid off and go again.
Oh, yeah, cheers before the, yeah.
There we go.
Cheers.
All right, so the cars are pretty good.
Yeah, car business is going well.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got about 35 at the moment, which is slightly more than I should have. So, yeah, we're just focusing on selling a few on the next 12-week run and holding off buying a little bit. I get offered cars all the time, so one of the hardest challenges for me is actually saying no and just sticking to the number that I know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can handle at a time. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Porsche? I like the apparel.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, often at events I go to, particularly your breakfast or lunch events, people come up to me and go, "Oh, you're the car guy." So I thought, well, today I'll be the car guy. I'll wear a Porsche shirt.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I do love Porsches. We've got 3 in stock at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Got a 1984 911 Targa. It's a left-hand drive in green, beautiful car. 87 928 S4, so that's a 5-litre V8 front-engined manual Porsche, which are becoming quite collectible. It's different to your standard rear-engined 911 or the other little sports cars.
Yeah.
And then just a Cayenne GTS, which is the SUV.
Yeah, nice.
It's a 4.8-litre V8.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What do you think of like Porsche and the way that they've just been seemingly more and more talked about lately? Like it seems like it's absolutely the brand that everyone wants to own. Like there's of course the other desirable cars, but like Porsche seems to be like Porsche.
It's definitely a thing in Christchurch at the moment, I've noticed, particularly against the young successful guys. They seem to be all wanting 911s.
Yeah.
And as you know, some of our friends have bought and have got 911s. They are a car that you can have as a daily driver. Not the most practical car, but if you're young and single, why not?
Yeah.
Or if you no kids anyway, you can have a 2-seater sports car for your daily.
Yeah, that's it, eh? Yeah. Where do you think it's going to go in the next, say, few years? Porsche as a brand, like as a commodity, as a, like what do you think? Is it just going to go more and more popular? Or?
I think Porsche is a solid brand that's always going to be well regarded, and they haven't done anything stupid like Jaguar have, saying they're only going to do EVs.
Right.
You would have heard Jaguar recently announced they're not doing internal combustion engines at all.
Wow.
They're going full electric, and they had a crazy marketing campaign with bright kind of Teletubbies bouncing around the screen.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and they've just murdered their own brand.
Yeah, I saw the rebrand. What was that, like a year ago?
Yeah, that was it. So we've sold a Jaguar F-Type this morning. That was the 5-litre V8 supercharged version. And the guy that bought it is wrapped. There's going to be limited supply of those going forward, and likely to be the future E-Type, which have become very popular. So a good car to have as a Sunday driver, keep the mileage down, look after and enjoy. But, 10, 20 years, they could be worth quite a lot.
If I could interrupt the podcast for one moment to say a big thank you to one of our sponsors, Tom Hardy from White Fox. Tom's a friend of mine, and I've also worked with him personally to sell one of my properties. Tom is an absolute legend, a great guy, and if you're in the market to buy or sell real estate in Christchurch, I'd recommend getting in touch. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, I mean, that's something on my mind when it comes to vehicles and whether it's going to depreciate or appreciate or hold its value. I guess Porsche, maybe that's one reason why they are in a good spot right now. Like they're generally not known to depreciate.
Yeah, the 911s do seem to hold their value quite well, and the higher spec you can get, the more likely that they are too. So if you get something like a GT3 RS or you get the GT4, they're going to hold value really nicely compared to a run-of-the-mill 911. We've sold more of the 996 and 997 variants, so that's around the 2004, back to 98 and then up to about 2006. And they're pretty affordable. You can get a 911 for $40,000, $50,000 in that era. So
yeah, it's a pretty cool car for that money, right?
it is.
Yeah.
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 Definitely a bit of a status symbol from what I've seen. People love them.
Yeah, exactly. What's your favourite car to drive out of your current fleet?
That's a good question. Probably my Dodge Viper. It's just a little bit outrageous. It's the 8-litre V10 left-hand drive. No traction control, no ABS, no airbags.
Yeah.
Just that little bit dangerous, a lot of fun, gets a lot of attention. It was a track car. It's now, I've had it road legal. But yeah, certainly gets a lot of attention.
Did you buy that because of Gran Turismo? Or?
I would say I fell in love with it in 1998 when PS1 came out and it was the hero car on Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
So probably a childhood dream, I guess, to own one. And ours is stick it up like that one on Gran Turismo with the PlayStation sticker on the bonnet.
Yeah, right. It is listed, right?
It is, yeah,
It
it's
is,
on the website. Yep. Jump on efmc.co.nz
Whoa,
and
subtle plug.
plug.
Thank you for the support, actually, over the years.
Yeah, no problem at all.
It's very much appreciated.
Big fan of your journey and the 10 million challenge. And
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Fan of your journey, actually. It's been cool to see how you've progressed over the years, right? Like it's interesting. It's something to talk about, actually. Is like what would you, just like in terms of life in general, what would you do differently, if anything, if you could go back to any point in time?
It's a great question, and one I actually ponder from time to time. If I ever found my flux capacitor and had a time machine, I was talking about this with my wife last night, actually. If you could go back any stage in life, where would be the sweet spot? Obviously, in life, we all have forks in the roads and decisions to make along the way. And if you could sometimes go back, it could be quite handy. What I would do differently, I know I've talked on here in the past about the property investment journey. What I would have done differently, knowing now how property values have gone in the last 27 years since we started investing, was buy more early and hold on to the lot. Just build that portfolio and not sell.
But with that said, though, you probably at the time, like you may have been able to squeeze one or two more, but do you think you could have if you really? I guess there's always a way to make things happen, but
yeah, I guess in the last 27 years with the property journey, every property I've ever bought, I've always thought at the time was expensive. And I mean, we built a 3-bedroom house in Queenstown, and that was the most expensive property apart from our own home at that time that we had bought or built. And at the time I thought this is a lot of money, but we sold that one a year and a half ago and collected a good profit on that one. So yeah, at any time, it's just going to be really interesting to see where this property thing goes. I mean, I read a book probably 15 years ago called The Day the Bubble Bursts, or When the Bubble Bursts. A guy, Ollie Newland, who's a Kiwi who predicted a big property crash, which has never happened. Values fluctuate a little bit, but we haven't seen a crash. But it is just hard to know how far it's going to go. When my parents bought their first home 40 years ago, the average house price in New Zealand was double the average income. And now it's between, I think last time I saw it was about 11 to 14 times. So that's just making it so much harder for people to get on the property ladder in the start.
Hugely different ratio, isn't it?
Massive. And their first home was $14,000 and they had a $7,000 deposit. And they were newlyweds, no children. You imagine, a bunch of 25-year-olds or a couple newly married these days having $500,000 saved as a 50% deposit on their $1 million home.
Pretty unlikely, yeah.
It's a very different world out there, I think, for people starting out.
Hey, quick interruption. When I'm not podcasting, I'm working on growing Alt and working with clients as my main role as a business coach. Right now, I'm looking to meet more fellow business owners. The reason is simple. The more people I know, the more value I can bring, whether it's through coaching, the podcast, or just connecting good people. If you're based in Christchurch, let's grab a coffee. If you're further afield, let's jump on a call. I'd love to hear your story and your goals. You can book a time on our website, altco.nz. That's altco.nz. Now let's get back to the episode.
I guess it comes into top of mind, like, the value of home ownership and the importance of it, so many different opinions on that, but I just, I don't know. I guess you got to do your own, you got to do you, right? Like you've got to
absolutely
go your own course.
And I had a friend many years ago who said property ownership was a dumb thing to get into, even your own home. He said your own home is the worst thing to invest in because you get no return off it. He was right into investing every dollar into business. And at the time he owned a couple of planes and he was doing sort of Medivac type stuff. And that was his theory. So yeah, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah. I think it's almost, not a red flag, but I almost get like dubious when I hear people having such like strong opinions as in like, this is the way, I almost just think that just feels like it's a self-serving narrative. Whereas I think my belief is that you can do life in a number of different options and like everyone's so unique and I think as technology evolves and like the world evolves, right? Like those ratios are going to continue to change, perhaps.
Yeah.
Everything just changes so fast.
I know in the UK, property prices, particularly London and those sort of inner areas, property prices are untenable for most people. And I've heard people say over there, you're almost born into property or you're not. So if your family has property, then you'll get a hand up or maybe inherit that property. But for people in the working class starting out, it's just a pipe dream to even own property over there.
Yeah.
And whether that's the way it's going here, I'm not sure. I mean, the prices of some of the houses being built down in Queenstown now, some of these bolt holes that Americans are building as their little escape.
Yeah.
If things kick off in World War III around the corner, who knows?
Yeah. I was just having a chat with someone about the Middle East, and personally, I'm not very well educated on the subject and what the conflict is, like what it's about, what the root cause is. But this guy explained it pretty concisely. I'm not even going to try and repeat it.
Can you give us a 60-second rundown?
Oh man, I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to butcher it so badly that I'll look completely incompetent, and I try not to do that.
It's an interesting thing. I mean, it seems to be Israel, Palestine at the forefront, and Israel's just such a tiny little place, like ridiculously small bit of land, to have so much attention on the world stage, and the interest and the backing of the US. Team America World Police kicks in and fires off missiles to Iran. It's a really fascinating thing, and I know people are divided. People are pro-Israel or pro-Palestine, pro-Iran. It's just a good time to live in New Zealand, I think.
Yeah, you could be right. Yeah,
no one wants to bomb us.
I was at the gym the other day and I saw the protesters go by.
Oh, really?
Waving flags and that. I'm just like, I don't know. This strikes me as one of those things that, like, to protest, you must believe in something so passionate, like,
yes,
or be bored. One of the two, but
yeah. I mean, I love Israel. We all four of us, our family, went there 4 years ago and had 2 weeks staying in Jerusalem.
Really?
And traveling around, and it's just an incredible place. The history and obviously as a Christian, it's the Holy Land.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, really interesting. Like the attention and the heat on Israel, such a tiny little country. It's just incredible. They haven't been snuffed out and extinguished yet.
How big is it physically?
Oh, I know you can drive from one side to the other in a short amount of time, like maybe 4 hours.
Right.
I think it's narrower than the South Island.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's not a big place.
And how was the safety at the time? Did it feel safe?
When we were there, it did feel safe. So the backstory to this, we were part of a group called HIT, which is Hosting Israeli Travellers. So most Israelis go through compulsory military service, and they do 3 years straight out of high school. And a lot of them, after that 3 years, they go and travel the world. So we had a lot of, this was all pre-COVID because it really backed off after COVID. We probably had 200 Israelis come and stay in our home.
Wow.
So they're basically backpackers. They travel in New Zealand. They come here because they hear how wonderful and beautiful it is.
Yeah, right.
And I mean, we've had, tank commanders and chopper pilots, sitting at our table having dinner.
Wow.
Some of them have scars. I remember one guy had a bullet hole scar straight through his wrist and out the side, and another in his shoulder. So this is a 23-year-old. And these, I call them kids because they're so young. They have a different grasp on life and a different, their discipline compared to your average Kiwi of the same age. These guys have fought for their country. We actually had a couple of Israelis staying with us about a year ago when the conflict was kicking off over there again. And you'd think they would be just so happy to be away from it and be here where it's safe, but they were so eager to get back and just be with their family, friends and join the fight. They're just so patriotic.
Wow.
And one of them was a doctor and he just wanted to get back and help people. So
wow. What an amazing set of experiences.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
And being my belief, being God's chosen people, they will never be snuffed out. It's interesting times. You watch the next couple of years, 5 years, 10 years, what happens over there. I think there are much bigger forces at play than what we see on the ground and the missiles flying around. I think it's a very interesting story unfolding, which that story has been going for thousands of years and it will continue. And Yeah.
Care to make any predictions?
Well, my main prediction is they won't be snuffed out. God's chosen people, they can't be annihilated. Going by, I think it's Deuteronomy, it talks about the extent of the land that they will have one day, and it's a lot bigger than what they have now.
Wow.
So along
Interesting.
with many people who believe what the Bible says, then it's the indications are that things will improve for Israel and they'll end up with more land. But
Yeah, right.
wait and see.
Well, I guess at the end of this podcast journey in about 7 years' time, that'll be a significant chunk that we can look back on this moment.
It would be interesting, actually. 7 years is probably quite a decent amount of time. I mean, a lot can happen in 7 years.
Yeah. I mean, a lot can happen in a couple too, can't it?
Well, World War One, however many years that was, World War Two was 6 years, I think. They're saying World War Three, hopefully this doesn't escalate to World War, but World War Three could be 3 days. If America decides to hit their big red button and Russia hits their big red button, and if China, I think they're the sleeping giant in all this, they just sort of head down, tail up, and they don't get too involved, but they've got a lot of power behind them. And let's hope nuclear weapons don't start flying again. But
no, what is the fallout on that? Do you know? Like the
radius
spread, the radius
spread. I think we're safe.
We good?
I think we're good.
Okay.
I think if they dropped one on Australia, which is highly unlikely, we could possibly smile and wave and watch the ash, but I don't think we would be affected in a bad way.
Got it, yeah.
I think it does block out the sun. I think the atmosphere gets filled up with ash and...
Depending on the size and specifics, I guess.
Let's just hope it doesn't happen.
Jeez, we're on a tangent here.
Yeah, sorry.
We're on a wild tangent.
Yeah, that was a big tangent.
I just remember we were going to talk about momentum, Andrew. The momentum event, and we do actually have Arepa partaking.
Oh, are they sponsoring your event?
They're they are providing some drinks.
Oh, fantastic.
So how good?
That is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this event. So tell us about, I've heard the rumour you've got your main speaker booked in.
So I'll start with the backstory. About 6 months ago, we got approached by someone from Westpac, from the organisation, about potentially collaborating, not with Westpac, but with this individual. And so I guess long story short, about 6 weeks ago, approximately, we decided to hit go and lock in a date.
Good on you.
And then, we started with the vision, I guess, of creating a business event that people can come along to and get inspired, get pumped up.
Yeah.
The one requirement, and this is something that I really believe in, is that the speakers for this particular event were like experienced in growing businesses or growing wealth or having done something, right? Versus a motivational event based on professional speakers. And so, we're lucky enough to have Mike Farrow as the keynote speaker.
Awesome.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to both meeting him and just hearing his speech. So
you haven't met him yet?
Not in person.
Oh,
no.
okay.
So
good on you.
we've got Mike Farrow. We've got another lady named Sasha Cohen, which I believe is a co-founder of Coffee Culture.
Oh, wow.
Which is cool.
That'll be good.
And then Amos, who you know.
Yeah, I know Amos.
The legend. That is Amos. And then Michael Carabassis.
Great. Another legend.
Simon Rowland.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a good lineup.
It's a really good lineup.
And it's a whole day event or an afternoon event?
It's an afternoon event.
Yep.
Yeah, so
looking forward to
12:30 on the 31st of July.
Should be good.
We've got we've got catering, we've got networking, we've got the opportunity to meet other attendees, which is a really big part of it. So like expanding the community from like podcast listeners, people that have met through the podcast or through coaching or through the gym perhaps. But
just get that networking going.
Yeah, a little bit of networking. Like I think there's real power in bringing together like-minded people.
Yep. I actually applied for a job with Mike Farrow many years ago.
Did you?
So back when I think Mike Farrow Mortgages was fairly new.
Yeah.
And obviously having an interest in property, I thought being a mortgage broker would be something worth having a crack at. So yeah, I remember handing my CV in to his front desk. I think I was probably about 18 or 19. I was probably too young in hindsight to be taken too seriously. But yeah, he was in the background there. And then I actually met him probably a year later. He had a really nice Corvette for sale. I think it was a C6 from memory, a black Corvette with a lumpy cam in it. It just sounded awesome.
Yeah.
So you went around to his place and had a look at that. Didn't end up buying it, but
yeah, right.
yeah.
Wow.
I think he's into his cars. He's also into his motorbikes. He's got a little museum full of very cool old motorbikes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, interesting guy. I think he's
Yeah.
actually a commercial pilot as well as everything else he does. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, he is. Yeah. So I've been to that museum actually.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I've done some motorcycle training there.
Oh,
They
right.
do like the classroom stuff in there.
Is that out Yaldhurst sort of?
Yeah, like Rustley kind of Yaldhurst. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll have to go and have a look one day.
Yeah, so that'd be cool. Momentum.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think if it goes well, which I'm pretty confident it will, like the plan is to create an annual event,
Mm-hmm.
and whether it stays at the Westpac, which is where it is, the Westpac building on the terrace, or whether we go
Ideal.
somewhere bigger, perhaps.
Think big.
I think I did commit to a 1,000-person event.
I remember you committing to that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. That was on the podcast when you had the guy who was organising the massive fitness on stage.
Was it him or was it Hamish? I feel like it might have been Hamish.
Oh, was it Hamish?
It might have been Hamish.
Big Guns Hamish.
Big Guns Hamish, yeah. Yeah. So Hamish is coming up again soon, actually.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I've been working with him a bit more lately.
Cool.
Yeah, being the quarter of fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just trying to refine my
True.
fitness.
Are you
goals.
Are you telling your listeners that this Q3 of 25, you're going to have abs at the end of the Q3?
That's the goal.
I remember discussing this in Sri Lanka. You were on a mission to get a six pack.
Yeah, apparently like 2% of the population's got them.
Yeah.
2%.
Well, I've definitely got them. They're just tucked away behind the fridge door. I do remember. I've got a photo of my six pack.
Really?
Yeah, when I was about 18.
Oh, you've had one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
I used to be fit and young and fast.
Volleyball, right?
Yeah, probably the volleyball. Yeah. Yes. Just activity, just keeping active and yeah, volleyball's a fair amount of core strength, I guess.
Yeah. I rate your commitment to Run Club and fitness in that regard.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've enjoyed joining Run Club. So that's only been going, a couple of months?
A couple of months, yeah. It was earlier in the year. Ryan, sultry voice Ryan, got a great voice.
Good
Him
voice.
and I started it every Monday, just rain or shine. That's the tagline. So
I'm loving being a part of it. It's living in the country. It's a bit of a mission. I've got to leave home just after 5 a.m. to get in to meet you guys at 6. But it's a great start to the week. I have worked out, I'm a bit of a fair weather sailor. I've been checking the forecast the day before, and I have worked out if it's 0 degrees or above, it's fairly pleasurable. if it's a minus, if there's ice and frost on the ground,
you're out.
It's cold.
You're not into it?
Well, I'm not going to say no. I don't want to sound like too much of a
Not
wuss.
on this, you're not.
No, not on here. But the other morning it was 4 degrees when I came in, and it was actually quite nice. You know, t-shirt and shorts. Of course, it's cold when you're stretching and warming up, but as soon as you're running around the park, really enjoying running around Hagley Park. So it's 6.7k from where we meet to where we get back. I think that's the furthest I've run in a long time, probably since the City to Surf back in the day.
Yeah.
I think City to Surf was around 7k. And it's quite an interesting thing, running around Hagley Park, 6.7k in a big rectangle. If you were to lay that out in a flat line from the CBD, you basically hit the beach.
Just wow.
From Cathedral Square to Brighton Beach was 7 kilometres. So
as the crow flies.
yeah. So I mean, we could be running that far. And Hagley Park, fun fact, Hagley Park's the second biggest inner city park in the world.
Wow.
Just behind, so it's 165 hectares.
Behind Central Park? Or?
Yeah, Central Park is the largest in New York, and I think that's almost double. I think it's around 340 hectare. And third in the world is Hyde Park in London.
Yeah,
and that's a bit smaller. So that's a pretty cool claim to fame. Clean Green New Zealand, you know, Christchurch is the garden city, and we've got such a big park on the world stage. So
it is a beautiful park. Have you enjoyed the chats with Run Club, or is it? Yeah,
definitely. When I'm not running out of breath.
yeah.
No, it's good. Yeah, just meeting different people. I guess everyone's there for the same goal, just to improve their fitness. It's funny at 49. Sometimes you think, I'm just. Is it too late to regenerate the fitness? But I don't think it is. I think it's quite important, and I think just mobility, just stretching and keeping active. I've been trying to run Finn the dog That's just a 5K run from home. So I've been doing that for a year or two anyway, just
Yeah.
to get the fitness up.
Yeah.
Took her this morning. Actually, I took her Wednesday. So Monday was Hagley Park. Took her Wednesday morning and again this morning. And I've worked out Finn the Cavoodle is now, she's about 11 or 12, and she doesn't really like running twice in 3 days. She kind of needs a few days off in the middle. She's very, very excited. If she hasn't had a run for a week, like 4 or 5 days, then she'll be at the door just rearing to go.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I worked out taking her on Wednesday and then again today. She was a bit reluctant. I had to whistle a few times to tell her to hurry up and catch up. So.
Yeah, right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Do you think you're going to take your running any further? Any half marathons maybe? Or
Yeah, I know that came up around Hagley Park the other day. Someone suggested maybe a half at some stage. I guess, yeah, I mean, maybe. Why not? Could be something to tick off for hitting 50. I'll be 50 in September, so
Whoa.
maybe it's a...
big milestone.
It is a big milestone.
Wow.
Halfway there.
How are you going to celebrate?
I haven't really decided yet. Not too sure. I did have a fairly big 40th birthday party that was up at the Pegasus Arms upstairs, and I had a fairly big 30th back at our house in Aidenfield.
Yeah.
50 might just slip under the radar. When we had the event here in this space, Jeremy and Hannah's awesome setup, I did think this could be a cool place for a 50th.
That'd be a great place.
It would be so good. And
Yeah.
you've got the little corner there serving canapes and champagne and just lots of room to mingle, and great setup for taking some photos.
Totally.
So that's kind of in the back of my mind, but I mean, we're only 2.5 months away, so I'd have to start planning if I was
Got to
going
get
to do
moving.
that. Yeah.
We pulled that event together pretty quickly, truth be told, that studio launch event.
That was a great event.
That was a great event. Yeah, that was really good. Good bunch of people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, mix of friends, podcast guests,
Yes.
coaching clients. It was cool.
I'm looking forward to seeing the photos that we did against the wall.
Yeah. Did you see the video?
Yeah, you sent me the video. That was pretty amazing.
Video's cool.
snappy.
Well done, distinct. Very well done.
Yeah.
We should definitely get that posted. It hasn't been posted yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of events, segue nicely into the Altitude Collective.
Yeah.
Founding member.
One of the first 10.
One of, yep. So what made you want to commit?
Altitude Collective, I'm still a little bit uncertain of what to expect, but I know you've pulled together some good sorts, and I know it's going to be, whatever event's happening, it's going to be a room full of high achievers, high energy, and worthwhile connections. So
It's pretty much it.
I think that's it. That's going to be the vibe, isn't it? Just getting like-minded people together who are going to bounce off each other and propel each other forward. So
Totally.
I'm always into that.
That's a very good summary. The only bit I'd add is that there are going to be events in quality locations. So this is a cool location. The ones in the Rambler have been cool. The upcoming ones that we've got booked in are going to be cool at Black Estate and Manawa. That's going to be cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Manawa. That sounds like a great place.
So, yeah, good people, good locations.
Yep.
Good connections, good conversation. Like-minded people doing stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of it.
Roughly 6 events a year. Bi-monthly.
Yeah, roughly 4 to 6 events with perhaps some bonus ones thrown in, but that's, it's a bit of trial and error, to be honest. We've launched it with the premise that, I mentioned, but there's a few things to figure out.
Yeah.
But
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, thank you for
First event upcoming.
commitment to that as well.
Yeah.
It's good. It does make me think, though, about biting off too much and having too much on the plate. Do you ever struggle with that yourself? Too many projects or distractions? Yeah, most days. Yeah.
Having a 4-hectare life sentence block, you can't walk out the door without seeing something that should be done.
Yeah, right.
This time of year, especially, we get a lot of wind out at our place. We've got a lot of trees out there, so you can't walk outside and not see a stick that should be picked up. Or also, it's been a very wet winter, so we get a fair bit of green. We've got a white house with white fence, so there's just always a good spring clean to get stuck into in September, get the pool all spruced up and pavers cleaned up and all the outdoor area tidied up.
It is quite a structural decision to buy that, to commit to that type of property. People don't like talking about regrets and doing things differently, but I kind of do. Like, would you do it again? Would you buy it again knowing what you know now?
Yes. So when we lived in Aidenfield, we had a very cool house. And we said the only way we could make that a better property would be stick it on 4 hectares and build a tennis court. And that's pretty much what we did. So we've built a house that's almost the same.
Right.
Pool out the back and a big chessboard. Love the old giant chess set and a tennis court. So yeah, the 4 hectares, it's a double-edged sword because it's amazing. We've got an orchard with 40 fruit trees. We've got, right now we only have two cows in the paddock. They're Wagyu beef, so they are delicious.
Oh, I had some Wagyu skewers for lunch.
Did
Man.
you? Down at I know the place. It's got
Bayoko.
Yeah, Bayoko. Beautiful.
Bayoko. Oof, very good.
I've only been in there once, but yeah, those Wagyu skewers are good. Yeah.
And so the two, how many did you have at the beginning?
Well, initially when we bought the land, we bought 3 cows. We borrowed a bull. We have a friend in Leaston who breeds Wagyu beef, and he has successfully bred the horns out of them. They're called non-polled if they don't have horns.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's been experimenting for a long time, and he's got quite a big herd. I think he's up to 40 or 50 cattle out there now. And he's a real good sort, and he's lent us 3 years in a row, he lent us a bull, which is a good way to build your herd and to bring fresh blood in each year, to not have, you can't sort of interbreed them for long. And we did get up to 11, which was too many for 4 hectare. We're now down to 2. So we've always got a freezer full of red meat, which is a real blessing.
Yeah, that's good.
They do say whether you've got 4 hectares or 40, it's the same amount of work as far as you've still got to drench, you've got to keep track of your stock online, you've got to look after electric fences. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, which is a fair call. So, and we did have chickens. We had about 6 chickens until they got brutally murdered by hawks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it turns out hawks
Man.
like chicken for lunch.
Wow.
Yep.
Do you reckon you'll be out there for the long term, or?
I think that is the plan. Yeah, it's been 11 years, and I think we will be there until the place is too big, which could be, what's that, another 20 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just sold a car actually on consignment for a client in Hairata the other day, and he's on a beautiful old country homestead, a big 2-story weatherboard home, and him and his wife have been married 58 years, and they've lived in this homestead for 56.
Wow.
And that's pretty awesome. There's not many people who have lived in one home for 56 years.
No, not at all.
And it's so well presented. I was thinking about it. I didn't ask him, but those weatherboard homes, you have to paint them sort of once every 10 to 15 years. So if he's lived in there 56 years, he's probably repainted the whole place 3 or 4 times.
Wow.
Which is quite an effort.
Yeah. You know Forbes? Have you met him?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, he's bought a place out there.
Darfield?
That he's renovating.
Alright.
Like near Windwhistle.
I think I heard that on his podcast.
Yeah. So
he's doing well, Shaker and Mover, buying up.
yeah, he's doing stuff. I'm just
Good on
following
him.
the process of the renovation online. It's pretty cool to watch.
He did the fit out of Manawa as well and built the sauna.
He did some work out there. Yeah, he did like the sauna and
Cool.
I think a few odds and ends. So yeah.
Actually, it was nice to meet Dion the evening you had the function
Dion.
here. Went back to Dan's place afterwards with Dion and just
Oh, did you?
had a couple of quiet glasses of wine for
Quite a couple of glasses
for
of
2 or
wine.
3 hours into the small hours, and it was good because I don't know Dan real well, but it was just real nice to get to know him better. And, and Dion's he's a really interesting guy. So I met him here just behind us at the event, and yeah, clicked well for a good 3-hour chat afterwards. So
Yeah, right. That's cool.
His podcast was fascinating, just his journey and
So interesting. Yeah, it's so funny. Like I was thinking about Dion for a few reasons on Wednesday, and then did the beach dip. You know, the old beach swimming
the
dip.
dawn. Is that your early morning?
Usually it's been the dawn, but it was the afternoon version this time.
The soft version.
Yeah,
I'll come down for the soft version.
the afternoon.
Afternoon swim.
Well, today,
Sounds easy.
I mean, on Wednesday it was definitely not the soft version because it was actually way stormier.
So you went in the rain for a swim?
Yeah, it was
good on
windy. It was like it was pretty hectic.
Do you find the sea feels warmer if it's cold and windy outside?
No, not
Really?
at all. No.
Because the sea sits, I think that sits around 12 degrees out there, doesn't it?
Does
Summer
it?
Beach.
Yeah.
Which is not bad. I mean, it's a
No.
lot better than a cold plunge.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very true.
I mean, our pool at home this time of year when it's just in maintenance mode and there's no heating going into it, it still sits around 10 to 12,
Yeah, right.
which is, warmer than an ice bath.
Yeah, because I think the plunge pools at the gym at IHF, I think they're like 6-7-ish.
Are they that cold? Yeah, I
think
thought
so.
they might be around that 10 mark, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's very refreshing if to jump from the spa pool and just do a wee dive through the 10-degree water. It's invigorating.
It's really something, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just wouldn't spend too much time in there.
I've been listening to this book called The Dose Effect lately.
Mm.
Did I tell you about it?
No.
So dose, I don't remember what it stands for. It's like dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and then the other one. I don't know what it stands for.
Okay.
But
Ecstasy.
I don't know about that one. But it's talking about cold water immersion and just how it's a way to build dopamine, but in a good way.
Mm.
And
The Wim Hof thing, just freezing for freezing's sake.
yeah, not scrolling Instagram.
No.
Yeah.
There are two theories about the cold. Well, I know generally, I think for 90% of people, it's a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you see the Formula One drivers jump out of the cars and straight into an ice bath.
Really?
So for fit, young, healthy people, it's a great thing. Well, not young, for fit, healthy people, it's good. It's good for your heart. And the cold, hot, the changing between the two. But if people have a heart condition or other ailments, cold treatment is not good. You can actually cause harm to yourself.
We were joking about that in the sauna when I ran into Dion the other night, actually.
Right.
Not Dion, this other guy, about how extreme it is and how like your body handles it. And just what an absolute shock it is.
If you're a weakling, it might knock you out.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard on you. But good enough.
Good test for the heart.
Good
See
test for the
if
heart.
If
Yeah.
it handles it or not.
If you make it, you're good. And if not,
Yeah.
then there's your answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, Dion is a good man. There's there's a lot of good people through the podcast.
Yeah. You seem to be attracting good sorts. So.
Yeah, very, very good. We were talking about Bali the other day.
Oh, yeah. So this time last year, I was in Bali for a week with my friend Justin, and we then went to Vietnam for a week following that. Funny story, he was super organised and I was really unorganised. So anyone who goes to Vietnam, you'll hear people talk about the visa. So they're really strict on your visa to get in. And my friend Justin, being super organised, he had his visa like 6 weeks before we left. And he was saying to me, Andrew, you need to get onto this. It does take time. And I was like, yep, I will. And I did 2 weeks before we went. But by the time we were literally, it might have been a week before we left, because then after a week and another week in Bali, we were 24 hours from jumping on the plane to Vietnam and my visa hadn't come through. So I had to apply for an emergency online one, which was about $650, I think. And that did come through. And the crazy irony, we then got to board the plane to Vietnam and my visa worked. It was on my phone and I got on the plane. And my friend Justin, he had missed his middle name in his visa and they wouldn't let him on the plane. So they're so strict. So even though all of the details, like it all matched up with his passport, he had his ticket, he was all good to go, and they said, no, you've missed your middle name, you can't. They know they won't let you into Vietnam, so they won't let you on the plane.
And what happened?
He then applied for an emergency visa.
Oh, man.
And came the next day.
So what,
So
$650 for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So it was just a funny little irony that he was so organised, and in the end, I beat him to it. But Bali, the chat we were having the other day, this concept of extended time in Bali, even the concept of living in Bali full time. When we were there are a group of people over there they refer to as digital nomads, and it's a lot of Kiwis and a lot of Aussies who basically do live in Bali. You'll see them in the cafes during the daytime on the laptop running their business, whatever it is. Might be drop shipping or they might do web design or whatever they're doing online. And it's such a good lifestyle. So they're in this cafe, they'll have their avo on toast or their whatever it is they're having for breakfast, work for 2 or 3 hours. And then it's a holiday.
Yeah.
And I know when we're chatting the other day, I was sort of saying, like, it would literally be cheaper to live in Bali full time than it is to live here, hands down. Our power bill last month was $1,200. So it's $300 a week. When we were in Bali, it was $30 a night for a hotel with a swimming pool and a gym and buffet breakfast included.
Crazy.
It's $210 a week. And you think, forget rates, forget every other cost of owning a property, just the power alone, you can actually live in Bali. So obviously I can't do that because I have a wife and kids and responsibilities. But the concept
Yeah, the
Like
concept.
it's literally cheaper to live in a hotel in Bali than it is to flat or own a house in Christchurch.
It's good. It's a
Kinda
good
weird.
point. You see what those digital nomads are doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the episode with Jasmine on the podcast.
No.
Jasmine owns a tattoo studio here,
Okay.
and so she's been spending quite a bit of time over in
Oh, I listened to that
Bali.
one. Yeah, that's
So,
very interesting.
yeah, it's
in New Regent Street.
there's one in New Regent Street and one
Yes.
in the Rambler.
She was doing massive turnover from memory. Was she going for $1 million this year from memory turnover?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. That's a good little business.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's real good.
Just, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess being in Thailand recently and experiencing that warmth and just that different.
A day like this, I mean, we're midwinter.
I know,
we're 6 weeks,
outside,
6 weeks in, 6
raining.
weeks to go. Yeah, I can hear the rain on the roof. It's, every single morning's frosts.
Yeah.
It's one of the challenges at home with the cars, running it from home, is just space to store cars undercover.
Yeah.
I don't want too many cars sitting outside in the frost and the snow and the rain.
No, not ideally.
No.
And then I guess the last time we were on the podcast, we were in Sri Lanka,
Yes.
which is kind of funny.
Yeah, I know, that's a distant memory.
It wasn't actually that long ago.
It was March, so
3 months ago.
Yeah.
3-4 months ago.
3 months ago. Yeah.
Crazy.
What a trip.
What a trip.
Yeah. You enjoyed it?
Yeah, generally. Yeah, for the most part. I think if I were to do it again, for me personally, like a little bit shorter would have been better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a
How
little bit shorter.
long were we? Was it 2 weeks or a bit less?
A bit less, I think, just under. Yeah.
Yeah. 10 days.
But it's just more the phase I'm in at the moment. Like, I really want to, build what I've got, and I just feel like I can't quite take too much time away from it.
Sure.
Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But
I found it a really good amount of time.
did you? Yeah.
It's expensive. Sri Lanka's the other side of the world, so it's expensive to get there. So you kind of want to get your bang for buck once you're there. And I guess after 10 days, you're sort of ready to come home. And it's nice to get back and see the family and
Yeah.
pet the dog. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a cool place though.
amazing place.
It was interesting comparing it to Thailand, just how different they were. And I hadn't really been to either of them. So
So Thailand was busier?
a lot more people, especially in Bangkok.
Yeah.
Like Bangkok versus
Bangkok's
Colombo.
hectic, eh?
So hectic. I think there's 20 million people in the greater Bangkok area.
Did you get a taxi ride and a tuk-tuk in Bangkok?
No, we didn't.
That's
No.
pretty crazy.
You see them everywhere though, right? Yeah.
I remember, that was funny actually. It was many years ago. I went to Bangkok with a friend, and I think we were on the way to the islands down Koh Samui and Koh Tao and some of those nice islands in Thailand. And being young and a little bit stupid, I think we were probably around 20 or a bit younger. And I remember at the travel agent, we were booking this trip, and the travel agent made this comment, it's advisable not to go in the tuk-tuks, taxis, they're pretty dangerous. And me and my friend just looked at each other and said, oh, sounds fun. And sure enough, get off the plane into a tuk-tuk taxi, and man, it was a wild ride. Because these guys, we were driving our own tuk-tuks in Sri Lanka, and we were learning to, push the envelope and have a bit of fun. But these guys that do it for, 20 years as a taxi driver, pulling out into oncoming traffic, up on the footpath when you need to.
Yeah.
Red lights are suggestions, a little bit like Sri Lanka.
Totally.
It's just so different to here.
So different. Yeah. The just the volume, right, of traffic over there, scooters and cars and
The scooters. When you come up to red light, you have 20 cars pull up, and then you have about 200 scooters, and they just filter like little stones or like fish just up to the front.
Yeah.
Light goes green, all the cars wait while 200 scooters buzz off,
Yeah.
and then the cars get a chance to get through.
The thing that cracked me up was in Sri Lanka when we were talking to, I don't know if you were there, but when we were talking to those guides, and we were like, it seems like the traffic flows really well. Like, it doesn't seem like anyone gets hurt, and it just seems to work. And he's like, no. There's a lot of accidents here.
Is that right?
A lot of people go to jail. A lot of people get hurt.
People go to jail.
Yeah, like it was just.
Do the cops? We saw so many cops in Sri Lanka, and none of them were doing anything.
No, but so many of them, right?
But they're all just sitting on the side of the road,
Hanging out.
sitting on their motorbike, but just chilling. I don't know. They don't seem to police the traffic.
Yeah. Wonder if they're just there for when those crashes do happen. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Yeah. Quick
Yeah.
response.
Yeah. So I got a question here for you about logic and intuition. So like logic, I think it's the right side of the brain
Mm-hmm.
versus your intuition and just like your gut feel.
Right.
What do you go with? What do you tend to lean toward? You're a gut feel kind of guy, or a
I think for me,
justifying, like calculated?
I'm probably more the gut feel than the calculated. There are people who rely on spreadsheets and data. I guess in property investing, there's a lot of that, crunching the numbers. I've got spreadsheets at home that you can put in all the numbers, your purchase price, your legal fees, your rates, insurance, and rent, and therefore get a yield. And that's important when property investing. But beyond the numbers, that's when you've got to make a decision, and that's often is based on intuition. When it comes to spreadsheets and that type of thing, I have seen people get analysis paralysis. So they'll actually get stuck. I had a guy looking at buying my scooter business back when I was selling them a long time ago, and he had this elaborate spreadsheet with every last cent and every last possibility. And he was a classic example, analysis paralysis. He just couldn't make a decision. And I was saying, look, it's not this hard. This is what they cost. This is what you'll get for them. These are your expenses. Just do it. Just crack into it.
Yeah.
But he got so fixated and stuck in that spreadsheet. Gut feeling with cars. Cars are similar, I guess. There's like any commodity trading, you're trying to buy for under market value and then sell at a fair market value. So it's just trying to make sure that margin is there. We've had some success with good margins. Some cars haven't gone so well. The Teslas tanked badly when the road user charges came in. I think prior to that I'd sold about 15 Model S, and then they just dropped in value so fast. So the P85D, which is the top spec, the fast one, which 0 to 100 in 3 seconds. They were $250,000 new.
Oof, really?
Yeah, 250K. And I sold 2 of them about 2.5 years ago, one for 120, one for 116. So they were still worth it then. Now I've got one, I've just got a guy applying for finance right now for 40K.
Wow.
And bang for buck. Like that car will beat anything on Morehouse Ave.
Yeah, right.
Even in this wet. I mean, they're so good in the wet. Obviously, 4-wheel drive and the traction control in them is awesome. So they're just well planted. Perfect weight distribution. The batteries are 100 mil off the ground.
You're trying to sell me a P85D?
Yeah, I think you need one. I saw your Tesla out the front. It's just a boring old Model 3. I think you need to knock that one on the head and get a real Tesla.
Or a 911.
Or a 911. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a Mercedes E400. That would be a good engagement gift for your beautiful fiance. You haven't have you talked on the podcast about being engaged?
No, I haven't actually done a podcast since being engaged. So that's
can we break the news? You went to Thailand for a reason.
Yeah, specifically just for that.
And I was chuffed and honoured to go into Partridge with you a day or two before you left. And,
that's right.
And help. I don't think I helped pick the ring, but I saw you pay for the ring.
You can say you did.
But yeah, good on you. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was a real highlight of the trip. That was awesome. That was really special.
Yeah.
And
Emily's a lucky girl. She'll be excited to be on the journey.
I'm a lucky guy.
You're a lucky guy.
Yeah, so that's a pretty big life event, you know. So it is good to immortalise that on the podcast.
There you go.
Yeah, we've
stamped the time.
We've had a few of those encounters over the years, haven't we? Weird things happening, but it's the power of serendipity, right? And I believe in that. Yeah, I believe that things happen for a reason.
Yeah. No, that's very exciting.
So I guess just going back to that intuition chat, one reason I bring it up, it's been on my mind lately, and Dion talks about it a fair bit actually. He talks about those 2 hemispheres of the brain, and
yes, right thinking or left thinking.
Yeah, and like feminine, masculine, like that kind of stuff. Quite interesting, but I guess one thing is like, you know, from most people's standards, you've done quite well, like with property investing, business, just, you know, you've done well in general, right? And so that's why I'm curious, like, is it more of a gut feel, go with what you think is best, or like you say, it's very easy to get caught up over-analysing, caught in the data?
For me, it's definitely a balance of the two. And if anything, I err on the side of gut feel. If I look at deals that have not worked out optimally, whether it's a car or property, it's probably been my gut feel driving it which has maybe caused me to jump in when I maybe should have done a little bit more analysis.
Right.
So that's, I guess, an example of bad intuition. But then equally, I've got examples of I think, great intuition where I've seen an opportunity and I've jumped at it, and it has paid off. And sometimes if you get stuck into the spreadsheets and start doing your analysis, you're going to miss a deal.
Yeah.
You know, the guy that's not wasting his time doing that is going to get in front of you. So.
Well, that's a really good point, and something I was going to bring up is the speed, right? Like not overthinking it, making fast decisions. I was in a crossroads the other day with the event, actually, with momentum. I had to make a decision on something, and I was looking at the numbers. I was looking at the intangible facts, you know, like the pro-con list sort of thing, and I was like, I just got into a frenzy of being overwhelmed, and I was just like, I remembered this like sentiment that a lot of interviewers uncover when like interviewing billionaires, and it's always like they talk about making fast decisions. Just speed is the ultimate commodity.
It's interesting, eh?
And so I just thought about that, and I didn't flip a coin, but I was close to it. I just made a decision.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's really cool. There was a famous New Zealand property investor years ago, back when I was getting into it, Dolph DeRose. I'm not sure if he's still around or not, but I went to a seminar once where he was the speaker, and I remember him saying he always had $10,000 cash in the breast pocket of his jacket, which I thought was a bit of a silly thing to say because, you know, you're telling everyone you're walking around with 10,000 cash on you. But he was all about a handshake and a cash deposit to seal a deal that might arrive at any time in any day.
Wow.
and anchor that deal, pin it down fast.
I like that.
And that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he was a good example of someone, the intuition side. So he would know, he'd see a property deal, and if he knew it was a winner, and maybe it was an auction or there are other people in the room or the other people sniffing around, he would be the first one to get up there with his 10,000 deposit and say, I'll take it. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, realistically, walking around with $10,000 in your pocket, I don't know how many days out of 365 a year he would use that as leverage to buy a property, but it's a cool story.
It is a cool story. Yeah. It reminds me a bit of that. I don't know if it was Grant Cardone or someone was talking in a book or somewhere the other day, and they were like, always be ready to sell, like always be ready to present and close. And so I've started making a habit of like, if I'm just going to go like, maybe not anywhere, but like generally like I'll carry my briefcase around like in the car or on hand or nearby. So like there's the presentation in there for coaching.
Yeah.
There's the terms and conditions. So it's just like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, that's
if the opportunity presents itself.
To be ready. Yeah. That's kind of a fun part of my business is at any time in any day, my phone can ring and it's a prospective client, not just wanting to buy a car, but offering a car.
True.
We're now advertising, so I'm doing more cars on consignment, and we have a full page ad now in the Classic Driver magazine. So I'm starting to get a few phone calls off that.
Cool.
And even like begets like, which is quite good in my little corner of the industry, because as I'm getting known more for selling these top end cars, then I'm getting more inquiry on those or people offering those cars. And a good example, we just sold a Jensen Interceptor 3 on consignment, and that's a pretty awesome car. It's a 49-year-old car, NZU, one owner, really, really special car. And within 2 hours of taking the deposit on that one, I had a phone call from a guy who said, hey, I've got one of these cars. My father gave it to me and I'd like to sell it, and would you like to market it? And It's like he only gave me a call because I had the existing one on Trade Me, and I was pulling it off Trade Me that night because I'd taken the deposit. So that was just quite good timing.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But it's happening more.
I guess that speaks to the company you keep as well. You know, like if you're an average of the 5 people, then the chances are they're going to have 5 people that are similar. And
True, and building the network and building connections.
Totally.
And that's a good point, because the Jensen that we just sold, the client I sold on behalf of, a really, really decent guy, he's got quite a few cars in his collection. So chances are, I've achieved a good result for him, and we sold it within 2 weeks. So chances are, if he has another car to sell down the track, he'll give me a call.
So good.
And likewise, the buyer. The buyer is a Christchurch collector. He's got heaps of beautiful cars.
Yeah.
And I've tried selling him a few cars over the last 2 years, and he has bought this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, same thing. If it's just good to build these connections and try to get to the position of being the go-to broker for those people.
100%. Yeah.
Mm.
What does a Jensen look like?
A Jensen, you'd have to look on the sold page of my website to see it. It's a coupe, so it's a big long British-built sports car.
Oh yeah.
2-door, big long bonnet. It's got a 440 cubic inch engine, which is 7.2 litre.
Yeah, right.
3-speed auto. Quite unusual looking car around the back. They've quite a distinctive back window which curves around the sides. They're quite an unusual car in the sense not many people have even heard of them. The people that like them tend to love them. They get a little bit fanatical about them. Yeah, just an interesting car.
How many would there be in New Zealand, roughly?
I did talk to a guy the other day who told me that, and I think they're definitely more than I realised. I think I wrote down somewhere between 15 and 20, I think he said.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. So sort of semi-scarce, but they're not the sort of car that you see driving around as a daily that will be tucked away in the shed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Nice.
this other one, the new client, it's a 50-year-old 1974, one owner, NZ new,
Wow.
and very low mileage.
Yeah.
I think that one's done 32,000 Ks, which is fairly unheard of so it's just been babied,
Yeah. Right.
kept in the garage all its life. And so,
Yeah. Right. Yeah, interesting.
yeah.
Before we wrap up here, what have you learned lately? Any lessons, wisdom?
What have
Anything
I
come to
learned?
mind?
Well, I've learned that at 49 it's not too late to get stuck into fitness and running in the gym. I think the middle age spread since 35 has started to hit, and so I've really enjoyed just trying to build the fitness back up. My knee's been playing up a little bit with the running, which has been a pain, but I think I've learned that's more to do with mobility and flexibility. So I think as we get older, that range of motion and flexibility becomes more important. You see Djokovic before tennis matches, he's on the massage bed and his physio's just bending him inside out and sideways, and they reckon he's one of the most flexible tennis players, and it shows like his speed around the court, and you can do the splits and slide at the same time, and like
Wow.
so that if you can keep that range of motion, I think as we age we just generally stiffen up, and I mean you see some old people walking around
Oh, totally.
lost a lot of their movement. Lessons business wise, I think for me I'm just shifting my focus, so just shifting further away from those bread and butter lower cost cars up into to try to really have my niche in the top end, getting away from having my own stock and more into the consignment model.
Yeah.
Property wise, got an offer on a apartment in town here, which can be Airbnb'd. It comes with a 12-month rental guarantee, which we also, it's very close. It's right in between the stadium and the convention centre.
Mm-hmm.
So it's completed. It will be completed around the end of this year. I think stadium's opening up Q1 next year.
Q1, wow.
I think, or maybe it's Q2 or Q3. Maybe it's June. I should check that. I'm pretty sure it's early because that's part of the marketing of this apartment, is that the stadium's sort of hot on the heels of the completion.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, that'll be, I think that's a really good one. Right in the middle of the stadium, which is booked for 48 events for the first 52 weeks of next year.
Wow.
So that's pretty much every weekend you'll have people staying, and then midweek you can pick up the convention centre people.
That's cool. Is that a mix of sport and concert, I guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it will be. Yeah.
Wonder what
Rugby.
concerts are coming.
Yeah. It could be some big ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this new stadium. It's going to be amazing.
Reminds me of the stadium time lapse.
Yes. Did you ever, that was back when you were in the 404?
No.
I guess it came to not much when you moved out.
That's it, yeah. The footage is still there, but I think it was such a small segment of the construction that it just doesn't have any meaning.
It was a cool idea.
It was a cool idea.
I think they're doing their own. I mean, they have the drone going through the monthly updates, and the email are pretty cool from the stadium.
They are, yeah. They've definitely got the content under control. But yeah, it's pretty cool having the office so close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a bit of work on the stadium, just quietly.
Did you?
Multi-talented. So before I got into my car business 5 years ago, I was drafting still for engineering companies. So my background is CAD drafting.
Yeah.
And I've still got my CAD software on the computer at home. And I still do the occasional plan for my friend who builds swimming pools. So I do site plans and things.
Oh, yeah.
And I do the occasional plan for Alloy Fold, who are supplying the seats for the new stadium.
Ah,
It's a massive contract for them.
wow.
And yeah, I think they've just installed the first couple of seats in the last week or two.
Wow.
So yeah, I drew a couple of the plans, mainly the overall floor plans. There's a really cool Koru pattern in the seats.
Ah,
So most of the seats are black, but they're interspersed with grey in a Koru pattern. So from an aerial view, you actually see this pattern going through all of the seats.
wow. Very
Pretty
cool.
cool.
That
And
is cool.
I think there's around 24,000 seats going in. So
That's a fun fact. I did not know any of that. So
yeah, man of mystery.
you are a
Work-
man of mystery.
Worked on the new stadium.
Basically designed it.
Yeah, more or less. If those seats are in the wrong place, don't blame me.
So good. Hey, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, no, all good. It's been awesome. Now, there's a bit of greenstone on the table. You haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah, it's a gift from Dion, one of our guests and friends
Awesome.
of the podcast. So
Awesome.
it's very cool for that to come with us at the new studio. He originally was on an episode at the old one in Riccarton. So
Yep.
it's made the journey into the city. And no, it's really cool. It's really cool to have that as a reminder. And yeah, it's just like a, I don't know, it's just said as like a good luck charm or a good omen.
A lump of raw jade.
Yeah.
Imagine what would be inside there to
Cut it open.
carve open a pendant and put a hole through it to polish it up. It's a
Could,
nice size
could
and
do
shape.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, no worries. It's
We'll
been
see you
fun.
back in another episode.
Sounds good.
See ya.
Thanks, Dave.